All right, well, I know it's dark in here, and I apologize for that. But I'm finally to the point where I'm going to have to start working over in this building. So I spent most of the morning moving stuff over here from my garage. So if you have the camera moving around, I'm going to walk up here real quick. I moved this over here over the weekend, so I can get started on this. It's not back in where I want. I got to clean the floor and stuff before I get started, so I'm going to move the car out here after I get back from lunch, and probably I don't know, I might set the camera up and just start taking it apart and let you watch me. I mean, that's not a lot of fun maybe, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, what I ended up having to bring over here, besides the obvious creeper, jacks, again, forgive it, it's dirty over here, you know, way to get rid of coolant. I brought my garden hose over so I can wash the floor down in the car as I need to. Here's the parts I bought. There's my 68 wagons, and then it's been over here for a few months now. Had to bring my cherry picker, of course, which I forgot a couple of parts to that, so I'm probably gonna have to go back and get them here in a little bit. All my jack stands, air hoses. Brought my small air compressor over till I can get a big one bought. Brought my jack, you know, the stuff that you have to bring. And then I brought something else. I'm not gonna dig it out of the box. I think it was in the first fit, it's the quarter. I finally brought it over here. I was gonna show you this. I know it's just a piece of wood and everybody's probably gonna laugh, but I needed a workbench over at the garage that can be moved out of the way. And it's very difficult sometimes to spend the money. I know I say that word, I've realized that, very difficult thing all the time. I realized that when I was rewatching some of the videos. I will attempt not to do that anymore. But anyway, this is basically, I built this specifically for I had an 8-foot bed off of a 3/4 ton Chevy I was working on, and I cut it down to 6 foot because I realized if I had a 6-foot bed, I'm gonna have a foot hanging off either end, and that's, you know, that's no fun to have to deal with stuff sticking out or keep having to slide the bed around because I put it on wheels. Well, I built this out of 2x4s and a handful of chain and some casters I bought from Ace Hardware. I bet you I don't have 40, 50 bucks in this whole thing, and probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work. And it can be folded up, it can be moved out of the way, and I put a piece of, well, there it is, a piece of 3/4 inch OSB on top of it for a workbench itself. So you know, it's kind of a hassle to put up and down, but I rebuilt a 5-speed transmission, which I haven't got into yet, out of a Ford Ranger here a while back with it, and I've cut up all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's amazing how handy this is to have. Well, if you go through some of the, and I haven't really looked on eBay or nothing, but you know, you look through some of the other places that are selling like a roll-around bed, you know, just a piece of tubing basically with a couple of pieces of chain. These things are expensive for no more than what they are. And yes, they're lighter, most likely, although this really doesn't weigh all that much. And you know, they also can be most of the time folded up and moved out of the way. This was just a whole lot cheaper and easier, and if I don't like it anymore, hey, I got kindling for my fireplace. That's how I see it. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you this real quick. I'm going to get started here in just a little bit. And so I really haven't showed you the building. I had several videos on it, but like I said, without an editor, boy, it's kind of ugly. Some of the things, if you'd have seen it when I bought it, I picked it up really cheap because it was I'm not playing, waist level full of trash, and somebody had broke into it and been living in it. That's why the back door is not square. You may be able to say, of course, the roof isn't either, but you know, it was bad. The old guy had died who had it, and he had just used it for, I guess, storage on himself. And then the kids, when they got it after he died, they just moved, I guess, a house into it and then just left it. Well, the roof leaked, and they'd left mattresses in here and clothes, and the black mold was just, well, this place smelled really, really good, let me tell you. I'm getting the roof is all but done now. I've got it, I've had a guy help me do it. We cleaned this out, set several loads to a burn pit. And oh, by the way, I had a friend come over and help me pull this hood yesterday, because that's one thing I cannot do myself. I had him help me out because the roof leaked up here, and this had a false ceiling in it and just destroyed it. And then it had paneling, which the termites, everywhere that has a piece of wood, which the building is actually block, but boy, they just really destroyed everything. And then the water did not help. So anyway, I got the bathroom working. I end up just taking the stool out and I just unbolted it and threw it in the trash because they had been using it even without the water being turned on. It was not pretty. But anyway, I picked it up, the building itself, pretty cheap, and it measures 30 wide, 100-foot long. Got a roll-up door on both ends. So my car trailer is usually in here. I took it home because I need the space to do this. So this is some of the stuff. I mean, I was running out of space. This is stuff that I've kept, and there's a bunch of it. Transmissions, and I still got a bunch of motors at the house. You may have seen some of them. I'm sorry this is dark. This may not even be posted. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. But I mean, I just had stuff everywhere, and it's like I have got to get rid of this. And that's another reason I bought the building, was just to have a place to put stuff. And anyway, I bought some shelves. I'm going to put those up somewhere. There's, I think I counted 12 filing cabinets, most of them clear full of paperwork dating back from the mid-70s into the early 80s from the guy who had it. He had several businesses and things going. I don't know what all he had, but anyway, I'm slowly getting them cleaned out and whatnot. But anyway, I brought that silver BMW over here. My pickup and car trailer's usually over here, obviously. There's a Ford Ranger you haven't seen anything on. That's a long story. We won't get into that right now. And my 5x8 trailer's over here. Anyway, I'm going to get started on this, and thought I'd just make a quick video of this building and whatnot. It does have heat, but there's no gas line running to it. I don't know if it's any good or not. And somebody put that 24-hour security on it. Well, this is what they had for security. Isn't that pretty? Some old mask with what looks to be, I don't know, a used cigar hanging out of its mouth. It didn't work. They broke into it anyway. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here for a little bit, and I'll set you back up here after a while.